In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Corazon De Agave Weller 12-Year Expressions Edition right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be taking a look at and doing a tasting review of a new expression to come out from the Corazon De Agave, which is their Expressions Edition. And this is the Weller 12-Year Edition. So what that means is that they used Weller barrels for this. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into how this tequila is made so you can get an idea of the quality of this type of tequila. All right, the Corazon de Agave brand is owned by Sazerac, and Sazerac has an agreement with Casa San Matias Distillery to make the tequila for them. They also import all of the Casa San Matias product line as well. So with this, because Sazerac owns it, Sazerac also owns the Buffalo Trace Distillery. So they transfer their barrels from Louisville, Kentucky to Mexico to be used for aging tequila out of Casa San Matias. So the Corazon de Agave, there's different kind of levels to their brand. There's the regular Corazon de Agave stuff that you buy in the store. There's the Corazon de Agave single barrel stuff. And then there's the Corazon de Agave Expressions. Now, quality-wise, this is the way I personally see it. I see the regular Corazon de Agave stuff that you find on the shelf to be decent. I see the single barrel offerings. Some of them are really good. Some of them not so much. We've selected some single barrels that were actually really good. We did a Blanton and an Eagle Rares single barrel that was really good, but this was back in the old days before a lot of other people were around tequila. So it was probably 8 years ago. And then there's the Expressions line. Now, the Expressions line first came out in 2013, and I am an old school tequila person, so I've been around for a while. And I was around in 2013 when the Expressions line came out, and I still have the Buffalo Trace Expressions in my collection back there. That was the first year they really came out with the Expressions line, and it was really good. And I've tried some releases. Every year they do an Expressions release, and I've tried some from some of the other years when they did releases, and they're really good. And they changed the barrels. You know, this year they have the Weller. The first year it was Sazerac Rye. It was Buffalo Trace. It was, they actually had a Pappy barrel, and then they were kind of told you can't do Pappy anymore. So that was the first and only year that they actually did Pappy. And then they did, what is it? Old something. And then, I think one more. I think they had 6 different barrels that they used for the first Expressions. But I find the Expressions to be the premium of the brand. So I normally see them as the regular Corazon de Agave that you see on the store shelves everywhere as being the base tequila. Then you see the single barrel offerings as being middle of the road. And then the really good stuff they use for the Expressions. So far, I've never been disappointed with the Expressions line, but we'll see about this particular one. This bottle was provided by the brand because I've got a great relationship with Casa San Matias and with Sazerac. For an honest and unbiased review, they won't get their feelings hurt if I don't like it. They know that I do enjoy what they do mostly, but they also know that if I don't like something, I will express my honest opinion about it. I don't get paid by them. I receive no kickbacks from the brands or anything like that. So they expect an honest review, and that's exactly what I'm going to give them. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the production of the tequila and the review. Okay, so like I said before, it's made at Casa San Matias. They use both the state-of-grown agave and agave they source from local farmers up in the Los Altos region of Jalisco. They cook the agave in brick hornos. Now, I know this distillery inside and out. I know exactly how they do things. I've been there. I can walk around the distillery and tour people on it. I know it so well. So after they're done cooking the agave and converting all those starches to beautiful sugars, they then use a roller mill to extract the sugars from the agave fibers. After the roller mill is done with it, It then goes into a screw mill where they get even better extraction rates and draw as much of the beautiful sugars as they can out of the agave fibers, so nothing is wasted. After they're done doing that, they then ferment in stainless steel tanks and open air tanks. Once fermentation is complete, then they twice distill in stainless steel pot stills with copper coils. Once the distillation is complete, it is then barreled, and for this particular expression, it's barreled in a Weller 12-year-old barrel for 26 months. And so 26 months in a barrel makes it an Anejo. But there you go. That's how this tequila is made. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the tasting portion and see what this tequila is all about. All right. So like I said earlier, this bottle was provided for an honest review by Sazerac. Thank you guys. They know I like the stuff and they know I'll give them an honest review and they're okay with that. And this is bottled at 40% ABV. So it is bottled at the lowest possible proof, which is fine. I mean, it doesn't need to be high proof. So looking at this in the glass, coats the glass beautifully. Look at that. Legs and tears are starting to form on it. Look at that. Oof. Kind of a nice viscous mouthfeel to it. Look at that. Look. Looks beautiful the way it's lacing on the glass. The legs and tears are coming down. Look at that. Looking at the tequila itself, it is a nice light amber brown color. Looks great. Crystal clear. No floaties or anything. Now, as I said before, we taste with our eyes, our nose, and our mouth. So let's taking a look at the nose on this. Ooh. Definitely picking up a strong bourbon essence on it. Definitely a Weller. Getting oak. Getting apricot, like dried apricot. Wow, there's a strong bourbon presence. It smells like bourbon. Really strong bourbon. Some nice cooked agave notes in it. Definitely really strong American oak, like white oak. Not, the sweet French, but more like American white oak. So you get that tannic oaky, like almost smelling like a fresh barrel. So nice oakiness to it. Definitely hints of vanilla and chocolate and caramel coming through. It smells really nice. There's a lot to it. It's got a nice complexity to it. All right, so let's see what we get on the flavor profile. But first, I need to acclimate my mouth to 40% alcohol by volume. So hold on a second. All right. Salud. Really nice, silky smooth flavor profile or mouthfeel on it. Flavor profile. Really nice, silky smooth mouthfeel, oily mouthfeel on it. The flavor profile, that's what I meant to say. Wow. Nice cinnamon and baking spices from the cooked agave up front. Little oak bitterness, caramel and vanilla notes coming through. A little hint of dark chocolate. Some oak bitterness coming through on the end of it. You're definitely picking up some nice bourbon notes in it as well. It's got some heat to it too, but not a whole lot of heat where it's burning, but more where it just kind of lets the flavor profile express itself. I'm gonna need some more. All right, let's explore this some more. Really nice, oily, viscous mouthfeel to it. Cinnamon and baking spices. Definitely picking up some Weller, some bourbon notes. But nice vanilla and chocolate notes coming through. A little hint of caramel in the end. Some almost like dried apricot kind of note to it as well. Some pepper, like pepper heat to it as well. This is a really nice bourbon aged tequila, and it really represents itself as a bourbon aged tequila. So if you're somebody that loves a good bourbon, this is going to be amazing for you. You're going to love this. I'm somebody that likes bourbon, and I like when they cooked agave is still present, so this definitely hits that mark. This is delicious, and Ferment still sells it for $127.99. And I'd say, yeah, this is worth $127.99. I've paid more for stuff that I don't like as much as this. So I definitely think that $127.99 is not a bad price for this at all. This is absolutely delicious. If you're a bourbon fan, you're going to love this. So how would I rate this? I'd give it like a 4.8 agave. So almost a 5 agave. If it had a little bit more punch to it, a little bit more complexity to it, I probably would have pushed it up to a 5, but this is as close to perfect as I think a tequila aged in a quality bourbon barrel can get. It's delicious. It's really nice, and it gives you really flavors from both the bourbon and still really nice cooked agave notes from it. They did a great job on this particular expression. I'd love to try the other ones they came out with this year. I'll have to see if they can have some around or something. But if you've been thinking about getting the Weller 12 Anejo from Corazon De Agave Expressions, I definitely recommend it. And you can find it everywhere. You don't have to look on Ferments. You can buy it anywhere. It's all over the place. So grab a bottle if you're a bourbon person, and then comment below and let me know if when you try it, what you think. And if you think it's as good as I do, I'd love to hear that. If you like the information I shared in this video, make sure you click the like button and give me a like. If you're new to the channel and you want unbiased reviews like this one, where I don't get any kickbacks from the brands, I don't get paid by the brands, I receive no compensation from the brands whatsoever. I'm 100% funded by people like you through the membership programs that we do on the Discord for the Tequila Barrel and Agave Collective and here on YouTube. And so if that's the kind of information you want, unbiased, honest information, then you've come to the right place. Bienvenido. Make sure you click that subscribe button right there and the notification bell next to it so you get notified every time I post a new review or informational video, and you won't miss out on a single thing. And like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila. So, hey, I'd recommend picking up a bottle of the Corazon De Agave Expressions Weller 12. This stuff is amazing. I'm going to finish this bottle. I know I will, with a great, beautiful cigar. This is going to be a beautiful sipping añejo. And until next time, salud. Bye, guys.